Hello out there. This is Cop number 37 Jam. Talking to you about the post session 30 recap. Tremendous game all around. Apparently the week off brought a renewed sense of vigor, at least for me, and it seemed like the players were definitely into it. Chris was not there, who plays Ein, one of the brother Cyanicists. Destiny was there, who plays Volmir, the albino elven fighter. And the story took some twists and turns that I wasn't expecting. Any of you longtime DMs out there know that you can attempt to anticipate the way the story will go, and also being a longtime DM, you know that happens only about 30% of the time. If you're lucky, 50%.
Straight ahead.
So one of the suggestions by longtime DMs is that don't do a lot of story planning or fleshing out of certain things ahead of time, because the players end up doing the opposite or whatever, or not getting to those places, unless you've got plenty of time that you can just sit around and create things and then file them away for later. But if you're like a normal person who's playing and has all these other things going on in their life every day, you've got a certain amount of time. So when we took off last week because of the illness and the weather, I wrote out about a page of possible things that could happen while they were in the lair of Forsooth, what he calls his eternal viewing place. So, it was like a wandering monster table, and I picked some things that I thought would make sense based on previous encounters and details about the story. And then I, gave them like a one-line description and how many and whatever. And then I made some
in 2 miles,
set piece rooms
272
where
is on the right.
If they pass by those rooms, they will see this thing. And I didn't do as many of those, like maybe 5 or 6, because I figured they would get bogged down in one of them just because it was unusual, and so they'd want to explore whatever made it unusual. So that came out to about a page of regular lined notebook paper. It's like, all right, cool. And a lot of times I'll write even less than that, and I can work with that for 2 weeks. And then I had other ideas about the things what else was going on. So when the story last night took a turn, if you will, not necessarily an unexpected turn, but a move to a different location, I didn't have that completely written out. I just had it in my mind how I pictured it. So that went great. There was a lot of exposition there. I love expositions. Some players don't like it. They want to do more like a video game where you go and you kill stuff and then you get stuff and you get more powerful. So you just continuously do that. But I like story exposition. I like things that were in the past affecting the future, affecting the present. I like there to be interesting reasons why things are the way they are. I like that in my regular life. I like learning. But there was a part near, I don't know, about an hour, 2 hours left in the game, about an hour probably, where the old adage of look, shiny thing distraction, you want this. And I mean, that's another one of my favorite things to do as Dungeon Master, is to give the players an option to do something crazy and then let the chips fall where they may. And I have found that there are some players that always go for the jackpot, if you will. And there are some that will never go for the jackpot because they have seen it go bad more often than it goes good. And then you have those players where they're just like, meh, and those are the rare players that actually give it some thought before they decide yay or nay. So last night, one of the players just was like, yeah, that sounds cool, and did something. I'm not going to spoil it, but it created a very tense situation, and I thought the role-playing of the situation was pretty good. I know I certainly got into the NPCs or intelligent foes frame of mind when I played them, and so that was a lot of fun. And of course, I always like big reveals, and so there was a couple of those, and so I think it was just really, really fun. The players were like, man, you bet you weren't expecting all that to happen. And no, I wasn't. But those games are always the best because I like the story to go where it's going without me even touching it, for instance. I want that canoe to go downstream on its own without me steering it. Because I know the canoe is going to get somewhere, but it's always more fun if the canoe goes through the rapids and comes out on the other side. That's just what I think is more fun. So that happened, and I'm not going to say if anyone lived or died, but I will say that there is a chance that some party dynamics will have changed, depending on how much they can even remember. Of course, you can't expect the players to remember anything. I can't. Some players are good at it because they take notes. Some are terrible because they just refuse to take notes, and then they'll end up repeating things, and it's like, I have to call them out on it. Yeah, I just said that, or what have you. Or I just won't give them any information at all, and then they'll have to get it through some other means. But anyway, so we ended. I don't know. I wouldn't say we ended on a cliffhanger, but we certainly ended after a moment, if you will. Like, oh, that just happened. So I look forward to next week. I hope y'all get a chance to watch it. I also fixed the audio issues and the camera issues. There was no issues with any of that. It looked great, sounded good. Even the background sounds were at the right level, which that's just a lucky break. I guess I don't know, because I use so many different YouTube videos for background noises or ambiance that I don't know how loud. They're not all like recorded at the same level or whatever, so it's just, I gotta play it by ear. So anyway, it was fun and it was great. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you love it, hit subscribe. We're up to like 50 subscribers
Next
now.
slight left, and then
great.
slight left turn.
I'm not making any money, obviously, but still, as a storyteller, you want people to be like, hey, that's cool. And who knows, maybe they'll start playing too. All right, that's it. We'll see you next Thursday when we game, and then whenever I upload it. Usually I upload it after the game. It takes about an hour or two before it gets up and processes, and then I set it as an instant premiere so you could watch it stream later. Although I'm guessing if you're really watching D&D, you're watching Critical Role by the time the scale thing uploads. But that's fine. You can catch it later. All right. Bye. Roll them 20s.